Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. Seeing mostly cloudy conditions out there, but quite a few breaks in the different layers. So seeing some sunshine come through as well. Starting to see those temperatures really warm up. Seeing the temperature at 64 degrees at this time. Seeing those winds starting that shift to be more out of the southwest, and a fairly quiet weather day ahead of us today with very warm temperatures. But we'll see some rain chances moving back into the forecast as we get into Saturday evening. If we look at the current surface analysis, we have a warm front north of the area and then that cold front off to the west. That's going to be pushing through later tonight, bringing mainly just some additional cloud cover, maybe a light sprinkle or shower possible. But behind that, we'll see some slight drying of the lower layers, but not too much. And we'll see a slight cool down in temperatures, but still staying above average. If we look at the upper level winds from this morning sounding, we have some southwesterly to west southwesterly winds through the entire column. Seeing our peak wind of 51 knots at 20 to 25,000 feet. Freezing level today is at 12,200 feet. If we look at the current visible satellite, we can see lots of cloud material across the region and continuing to stream through the area. That will be the case for at least the first part of the day today. Could start to see some more breaking in those clouds as we get later in the day, with some additional sunshine moving in. If we look at the short-term high-resolution model, see how things play out. Again, expecting a dry and pretty quiet weather day today. Going into the evening tonight, we could see some mist or fog developing once again before this boundary pushes through. And then as this boundary pushes through, you can see some light returns on radar here. So can't rule out light sprinkle, maybe a light shower pushing through, but it'll be brief. It should be out of here as we get past the midnight time frame. And we'll see continued dry conditions as we go into the day on Saturday with overall mostly cloudy. Could see some partly cloudy times, but expecting dry conditions to continue until we get to the evening time frame. Slight chance of maybe seeing a shower out ahead of this area of low pressure tracking into the area, but the better chance for rain showers comes after that 8 p.m. time frame, with some better chance of that more widespread on and off rain shower activity with some moderate, possibly some heavier rain showers embedded in this. As you can see, some of the higher reflectivity values here. We'll have a slight chance of seeing maybe an embedded thunderstorm with this as well. And that continues as we move into the first part of Sunday. And then as we go through the day on Sunday, we'll keep some rain chances around, becoming more widely scattered to isolated as we go through the day and into the evening time. Overnight into Monday, if we zoom out here and look at the European model, we'll see that area of low pressure tracking off to the northeast, but we'll keep that upper level trough kind of influencing the area, so that's going to keep some clouds around, maybe a few light sprinkle chances, continuing into the first part of Monday before things really start to dry out. We return to more seasonable temperatures through the day on Monday, and that continues as we go into Tuesday with some weak high pressure taking control, keeping things fairly quiet and dry. And then as we continue through the week, looking mainly dry, we'll have this upper level trough kind of building back into the area, possibly cutting off as upper level low. So that's going to keep some cloud cover around and maybe even some light rain chances. But right now, this model, European model here, showing that staying pretty dry or to the south of the local area. But this upper level trough could help stir up a area of low pressure just off the coast, and some disagreement with the models with this. Some have it a little closer to the local area. The European model here is probably the furthest with it off the coast, so that's going to determine how much wind we see from this and the chance of maybe even seeing some rain from that as well. So we'll be keeping an eye on that as we get closer to that time frame. So if we look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, had those red conditions for the reduced ceilings and visibilities earlier this morning with the fog, but that has since lifted and cleared out of the area. We're quickly warming up, expecting that high to get around 67 degrees this afternoon. We'll see those winds out of the southwest picking up a bit, around 9 to 14 knots, with some peak winds up around 20 knots, but mainly green conditions as we continue through the rest of the day for our work day. And we'll see ceilings around 2,000 to 3,000 feet with the chance of seeing that ceiling break as we get into the later part of the afternoon. So we go into the evening time frame. those winds lighten up out of the southwest, and that's when we pick up that yellow risk for reduced ceilings and visibilities once again, with the chance of seeing some mist, possibly some fog in the area, and a very slight chance of maybe a light sprinkle with that boundary pushing through. And then when that boundary pushes through, we'll see those winds shifting out of the northwest and a bit of a cool down, expecting our low around 46 degrees as we get to the start of the day on Saturday with some light northwesterly winds. Tides are running normal, and the weekend forecast will see mostly cloudy day on Saturday, partly cloudy at times. Then those clouds will increase and become overcast later in the day as that area of low pressure develops. We'll see a slight onshore breeze as we get going through the day, and we'll have a slight chance of a rain shower, mainly late in this time frame here. So just a yellow chance of that. With the high around 56 degrees. The better chance comes as we move into the Saturday evening time frame, where we pick up that red risk for precip, and that's going to give us an orange risk for those reduced ceilings and visibilities as well with those rain showers. So we'll have those rain showers moving through, and that slight chance of an embedded thunderstorm, so a yellow risk for lightning as well. And we'll continue to see breezy onshore winds with a low around 43, but overall expecting those winds to stay below that wind advisory criteria. We'll continue with some breezy conditions as we go into Sunday, but still staying below that wind advisory criteria. We'll keep those rain chances around, particularly early on, and then those rain showers become more isolated and scattered as we continue through the day. So keeping an orange risk for precip on our Sunday, and a yellow risk for reduced ceilings and visibilities, and a high around 53. So overall, still above average for our weekend weather. We look at the extended forecast as we get into Monday. We return to more seasonable temperatures, where we'll see lows right around 30, plus or minus a few degrees through most of the week. And then as we go through most of the week, we'll see those high temperatures right in the mid 40 range. So mostly cloudy and breezy for the day on Monday, with that upper level trough influencing the area. Could see some additional sunshine on Tuesday with partly to mostly cloudy conditions. And then mostly to partly cloudy for our day on Wednesday, with that next trough moving into the area. And then Thursday, keeping about 15% chance of precip and some slightly breezy conditions with cloudy conditions. And could see that change again depending on where that and if that area of low pressure off the coast sets up for the forecast there. But we'll be keeping an eye on that. That's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again on Monday at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your weekend.